not really a winning lane for the side of the Zillion either. So it's not all of that apparent where this Twisted Fate can go early on. I think wherever he goes, they still need to outplay in order to secure the kills, even with the global pressure.
Now, that has happened a number of times for Beyond Gaming, especially on that bottom side. We do not want to discount the advantages in the 2v2 just from nameplates alone that Wako and Kino have had. But Kino being on a more defensive and, I suppose, pokey champion, in the likes of the Zillion, has been a little bit different this series than what we could have expected. I do think if there is a lane that they could and should try to snowball, it's probably that bottom side.
Yeah, we have seen Wako and Kino perform very well in the 2v2. He's taking a look across at the runes right here. Pretty standard fare. We do have Leakai going for more of a laning focus with the Grasp of the Undying against the Gragas here. We'll do a little bit more damage in that situation. And Beyond Gaming, they've always had a very steady early game. We typically see their level 1s making sure that they get the knowledge on the first camp here. But this is fairly interesting. They are going to drop it on the Raptors, and this time DCG came prepared, you know. Fool me once, shame on you, but you're not going to fool me 3 times in a row. So this time they do have the correct response here, and they do hide where this Jarvan is.
That they do. So, things starting out. Well, Criscata even dodges out the bombs as well. So, Beyond trying a little bit of trickery, not going to be able to find a whole lot for their efforts, and the game is underway. So, what is the point of attack? We'll have to wait a little bit of time to find, and I do think it is wise to try and keep our eyes on this bottom side, because despite it being 2 pokey champions, we do expect a lot of early trades as we see Woody stepping up, gets the handshake, but they do turn it about once again. Wako is forced to pop a healing potion early on, and I have to say, I've been pretty impressed with both AD carries, but I think there's been a lot more pressure on Wako than there has been Criscata in this series so far.
Yeah, DCG, they still have multiple points that they can carry through, so overall, Criscata, you know, he's got some great plays, but he's not going to be the deciding factor most of the time. Leakai getting some early trades in as well. Beautiful stuff from him. And I just wanted to talk a little bit more about the bot lane trading. The thing about Renata is that she has insanely long cooldowns that don't scale very well with leveling up. So once you see the E ability especially go off, they do need to back out. Unfortunately for Woody, he does get punished quite a bit by that earlier trade. And we are seeing the same thing from Leakai here. So, no, I think they're making me eat my words here, as we do see the lanes go a lot better for Beyond Gaming than expected.
Yeah, that is their strength as a team, though, right? I mean, laning phase and Beyond Gaming are kind of a bit of a synonymous thing. Just because they have strong individual players in all the roles, the exception this series seems to have been Minji, but you know, we could have seen that coming with the limitations that his champion pool certainly has. Maybe he will prove us wrong in this one. Now, Wako steps a little far forward here and eats a whole lot of poke. It's actually a great trade by the deep cross bot side. It's going to deny a bit of farm.
Yeah, it felt like a misclick coming in from Wako here, and we do see the full wave lead from Criscata, plus he was up 2 potions as well, and here comes the dive.
Level 3, Hana. Looking for it. Kino already flashing, does get rooted. Flag drag, and he is going to set up first blood there for the support. It's actually Woody's Ignite that tags him in the end. Now, here comes the counterplay. Teleport in. Husha finds them. They might actually have to burn a flash. Woody is actually waiting. Does burn it. Everyone's out, but Leakai follows through. Pack sweep is going to get flashed away, and now it's another turn. Here comes Nesty. Charm nails Wako, and they will be able to open up hostilities once again. Deep Cross with 2 kills, and they get out cleanly.
And we have to remember, Beyond Gaming expended a TP for that one. I feel like that was way too ambitious coming in from the side of Leakai. All of the enemies still had their flashes up, so there's really no chance to find the stun here. And this is a very classical 4-camp into a 3-3 versus 2-2 dive right here. I like Hana, you know, just skipping a camp to make sure he's in time for this big push. And we really don't see these type of TPs, defensive TPs, these days anymore. A very easy escape coming in from DCG, and they also have Nesty, who is on that Ahri, who can come into these fights beforehand. You know, Twisted Fate can't really follow up on the Ahri like this, so I just sense a lot of desperation from Beyond Gaming in this opening.
Yeah, You know, in the signature champion swap that we've seen Nesty and Minji do this series, I certainly think Nesty has been showing up a lot better. Now, Hana, right back to the scene of the crime as they find Wako the roots down, and it is absolutely free real estate as Criscata picks up another kill. You know, the saving grace for Beyond Gaming in some of these games has been Wako and Kino's ability to outplay 2v2. That has gone down the drain.
Yeah, that was a great hold by DCG. They bounced the wave, they have the jungle they're waiting, and whoever comes up to check is essentially dead. Neither of them have the flashes. In this case, it was Wako, goes a little bit forward, they get him off instantly, and I'm not sure what the winning condition here for Beyond Gaming is. It's getting very dire. You know, Wako is very much behind the curve. We can't expect that lane to improve in their situation. So it looks like Beyond Gaming are actually waiting on a super late game strategy where they get the 3 items on the Jinx and they get the Camille split pushing, but that's very far off into the future. DCG basically have a blank check to do whatever they want for a large portion of this mid game.
Yeah, Lee Kai got set a little behind by that teleport play. Of course, has picked up the coal off the back half of it as well to try and compensate in the gold game, but Leaky has been able to do exactly what he wants. The rest of the team has been able to do what they want, and pound for pound, I mean, Hana has just been a lot more active on this map in the early game than Husha. I think Deep Cross certainly came prepared with their win conditions a lot more prepped in general today, and they've executed so well. If they close this one out, it would be 3 games in a row after that opening loss. And of course, plenty of game to play yet, but Criscata and Woody doing a good job of trying to deny Wako farm as he's not able to step up safely. Nesty looking to do the same on Minji. He's actually got him caught out. The charm's there, and sure, there's a gold card, but what does it matter? There's no follow-up damage. And even Hana still waiting in the wings if they can bait another play.
Well, it looks like they're going to try.
Oh, so much slow. Bombs down. They may not even need Hana right now. And oh, Wako, he's just going to be forced out of lane.
Oh, this is absolutely painful to watch. Doesn't have any pots right here. We'll have to just go back. That's going to be the Hexectric going over to DCG. And with the side lanes not really working out, it also means Twisted Fate just has nowhere to go. As I said in the draft phase, like when you pick Twisted Fate, you really want strong lanes with hard crowd control. The best type of TF gank is you have the enemy low, you push them underneath your tower. It's just a drive-by, essentially, for the Twisted Fate to pick up the 300 gold. But this time around, it's actually much more difficult to execute. TF is getting pushed in himself because of the Ahri matchup, and neither of the side lanes are actually working out. Even in the top lane, Leaky is winning out. So, yeah, it just seems like Beyond Gaming, they have no say whatsoever. It's just going to be a very long, drawn-out game if they hope to keep the series alive.
Oh, boy. Yeah, this is going to be tough right now. And I think we're starting to see just how limited Minji's champion pool seems to be. Either that or just a complete misread on some of these matchups for Beyond Gaming in the mid lane, and that's definitely taking a toll. 3 kills to 0 here in this game, a significant gold edge for Deep Cross Gaming, as they are going to be looking to close out the series with a win if they can do it. Back to base, Nesty goes ahead and picks up his boots upgrade. Going to be having a jolly time on Summoner's Rift, making moves across the map. And one thing we hadn't actually pointed out, too, is, you know, comparatively, Nesty, instead of going for that teleport, he's actually running the cleanse, and he's still been able to make tracks across the map and outpace Minji.
No, just staying safe himself and making sure that there is no potential for him to die in a gank. So he's able to shove this lane super aggressively all in the meantime. You know, great catch coming in, Pyro. I didn't even notice that.
I thought he had Spellbook for a second. I'm like, wait a minute, no, that's Electrocute. Wait, you know? Yeah, and it shows the confidence that he has, that he can just focus on making sure he's a little bit ahead lane-wise. And yeah, I mean, Nesty, when he's allowed to roam, he makes magic.
For sure, and he has a very clear destination here as well. He can go for the bot side if he wants to, but I feel like probably the just safer and the best play is to make sure that Minji just gets stuck in lane. Like, he can't go anywhere. Meanwhile, we do have the goal difference over time, very steadily in DCG's favor, and they will just take an uncontested Herald here. DCG don't have to roam any members. Criscata gets caught down, but he's so far ahead, it doesn't even matter. The damage is not really enough. Usha will also come in late here.
Usha would need to pull off a masterful dive, but he's completely spotted out by that pink ward. They can maybe zone them off tower. This maybe results in a plate at most, maybe 2. I mean, at this point, Deep Cross, they should be able to scare them off with this next minion wave. There is a roam from Minji completely spotted out. It's really great ward coverage here for Deep Cross Gaming, as they have been able to stop any attempts at Beyond Gaming counter-aggression. Would he maybe face checks? He has Hana at his back.
Now, we could see a catch out here by Cryscata. He still has Flash and Gravitum up, so if Jarvan wants to engage, that's will be a complete wipe if they get the fight to go off. But Beyond Gaming, they are very wise to the fact, and they do back out completely. So should just be Herald drop into DCG, taking down this bottom side.
Yeah, that'll be first brick. Beyond know they can't really do much about that here, so just Cryscata clearing the last of the wave. They'll get the hits. That one's going to go that way. And the plate gold goes through, or rather the last tower gold goes through, I should say, and extends the gold lead once again. It's a pretty solid lead here. After those kills, first brick, first dragon, Deep Cross pretty much have taken everything there is to take on the map, and Beyond are left with nothing.
And it's not obvious where they can go either. They don't have a single winning point on the map. And I'm trying to think what would be the best case scenario for them to find a catch. I feel like if they want to get a catch, what they need to do is send Wako and Kino into the mid lane and have Minji roaming across the map. If Minji's not showing up in the mid lane, then it would be a lot easier for them to find potential avenues of attack. But in the meantime, DCG are also consolidating their lanes as well. They're only playing on 2 different lanes. It will be wherever Twisted Fate goes, they should be able to keep even numbers here.
Okay, Husha wanted to find a play, but you can see that Hana was able to get out of here. This is going to be an opportunity for Minji to maybe get one gold card, double blast cone, follow in through. Hana still gets away with it, and the frustration is palpable for Beyond Gaming as Husha just kicks Woody into the safety of his own tower. Oh dear, they don't even have a Rift Herald to take, Clement.
Yeah, this is I think the idea there was somewhat correct, but unfortunately they just don't have the firepower to take these targets down. No Mythic on the side of Minji compared to Nesty, and they were able to slink away with just the flash being blown right here by Hana. In the meantime, Wako is now under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, 2v2 is shifted back up to the top side as tower already fallen. And now it's just going to be more and more gold sunk into the pockets of Cryscata if they can secure even more plates. It's only 12.5 minutes, and so many plates already been demolished by Deep Cross here. Gale Force in early enough for Cryscata. Wako unable to match on that one. And yeah, this is Beyond are going to need to really dig deep and find a comeback if they want to stay alive in this series.
We have seen some pretty ridiculous comebacks. I will say Beyond Gaming is one of those teams that when it comes down to it, I would say they probably have the most potential from coming back from terrible situations, as we've seen them do so many times before, against PSG, against CFO. But usually they would have more engaged. Like, this is one of those comps that I feel like you can't expect Minji to actually do that much, even if it goes into the late game. So, I'm not holding out that much hope, honestly. I feel like this was a comp they actually needed to snowball a little bit. Especially with the team fight disadvantage, and DCG are not letting go. They're so confident that Minji packs no punch at this point that they're willing to just set up a siege on your tier 2 tower against a TF.
And they're right at this point.
Yeah, they're completely right.
Yeah. I think the win condition that Deep Cross have found against this squad is really to just neutralize Minji as much as possible. Beyond just does not look as good with that. And now Leaky could be in some trouble as Husha is here. Does set up the insect kick. And burns Flash to do it. A bit of a dirty insect. And now the 1v2. I can't believe it. Leaky almost killed Leaky. That would have been absolutely a disaster. But they do manage to stay alive in all of that. And oh boy. They're having to scrabble for every little thing here as Beyond finally get on the board with a kill at 14 minutes.
Oh, that was so close. Leaky actually managed to get the hook shot and then get the shield up to save his own life. But if he got that kill, I think that was that would be the coup de grace for the morale.
Yeah, that's the tilter right there. Let's see this again, because Leaky wished his luck a little bit, but man, he almost out-executed. Husha even had to burn that flash to pull the insect off. And even with the Hextech ultimatum, Leaky still denied so much damage.
Yeah, he predicts the flash E and does successfully get the hook shot down. Not the flash E, the flash W, I believe, and does save his life for that one. But so far, the League Guy substitute not really working out, especially because of the early TP. And maybe we will be seeing the first Destiny gate. Here comes the engage.
Okay, Husha looking around the side, doesn't have flash and wants to play that. They do have a pretty good pincer here, and that's a lot of damage. Now, is there a counter engage? Woody burning down somehow still lives. Moonlight Vigil to turn things around on Alika. Here comes Hana once again into the Thunderdome they go. And that's going to be the res up on the Zillion, but the charm, Husha deleted again. Kriskata, Woody still alive in this one. Kriskata completely untouched, and what looked like a slam dunk of a fight turns into a 1-for-1 trade of junglers. And they're not done yet. Oh, no. Here goes the big party barrel. Kino's out of this one. Now Leakai can't find the kill. Does dodge away the Orb of Deception and the charm. They're still looking for a play. But Deep Cross Gaming are not going to give them one.
Yeah, Deep Cross actually come out ahead in that one. It was such a beautiful chain of crowd control. Charm into the Gravitum, into the explosive cask for the alley-oop kill right there. And I feel like Beyond Gaming are just, they're a little bit off on the coordination here. Camille actually doesn't join the start of this play. Despite them setting up this play for so long, I feel like Leakai's TP was really late on this one. I'm not sure why it was so late, despite it being pretty obvious that they were going in on this. And they don't find the initial kill. Leakai actually brings the Moonlight Vigil back for a little bit of damage. And once Kriskata and Nesty come in with 100% HP bars, this fight was just not going to go anywhere. Husha gets taken out here, and Kino, because he's standing on a ward, look at this combo, really nicely done. It was so incredibly smooth. Nesty finds the angle, Kriskata walks back for the Gravitum, and here comes the alley-oop into the dunk.
And insult to injury, Kino burns his flash when he's already a dead man there.
So,
after that, we are going to see another fight here as Woody does get stunned on the gold card, kicks sideways. Husha wants to follow it, but he just doesn't have the damage. And a hostile takeover to defer anything else. How does Woody keep living? Another massive one tagged in by Hana again, and they don't even care about the tower. Oh dear, Wako taken oh so low. That's just going to fall soon. Minji, nothing he can do as Leaky goes in for the belly bop, and that is going to be lights out. Shelly on the charge. Good night, Wako. And Deep Cross Gaming are charging forward. They can see the win. Looking like a 3-1 if this keeps up, Clement.
Yeah, they have very low HP bars, and because the game is only 17 minutes, even though it doesn't feel like it, they will have to back off here. Beyond Gaming have a great chance to chase down.
Leakai looking for it here. They do find one shutdown. Husha's going to secure kill credit on Kriskata. A little bit of too far forward push. Another kill. Husha just gets all the gold in his pocket. They would have liked to get that maybe on Leakai instead, but they do manage to push them back.
Kino still trying to stop some backs right here, but that was a little bit unfortunate for Beyond Gaming. Like you said, the kills should have gone in the other direction. This is
in the
a
replay
play that we missed in the early game. It was actually just Leakai dying. So Leakai dies in the bottom lane, and wow, Beyond Gaming do the very unexpected charging in to try and find the kill. Even if they got the kill on Zui, I don't think it would have mattered that much. They will still have lost their jungler in that play, and Leaky coming back in from the bottom side gets a beautiful charge back. Wako's actually played that super nicely with the Gale Force forward to dodge out on the explosive cast and then the flash out, but the rest of his team members still gonna fall down in that one. It's always such a pleasure to watch the fat man just charge in, take kills left and right.
Yeah, you know, when you've got not much of a health bar left, all he has to do is just smack you with the E. The fact that they can't kill Woody in these fights has been absolutely killer. I obviously debate. You know, it's very debatable whether or not they should be, but the fact that they still can't even get him, it means he can just free poke on the follow-up. Even if he doesn't have that much, they're not securing any gold in the matter. They're not able to stop the push. The numbers advantage is just too much. And now, Inner Tower going to get taken down. They'd started on that one so many minutes ago. We're under 20 minutes. And Deep Cross have broken into the base. Leaky is just free walking in here. And the 4-1 is something that Beyond are going to have a hard time stopping. Look at Leakai. He's not even in the mix. He's trying to get the outer turret, and they're losing an inhibitor.
They know they can't defend, so they're just committing to this one. But You have to say, even though it's good for Leakai, it's very bad for the rest of the team. It pretty much means free Baron. And if the engage works, it could be GG. It doesn't, though.
That's going to be the hostile takeover. Do they have enough time to buy here? Watch Husha as he tries to get the kickback. And here comes Leakai on the back. Criscata going to get stopped in the next cycle. But he gets a bailout. And can he get the reset? Not quite enough. Husha still threatening behind the rest of the team. Beyond Gaming need to pull this pincer off right now. It's a delicate situation. Try and handle this one, but Deep Cross, they're holding firm together, trying to keep this Phalanx from stopping Beyond Gaming from getting anything done here. Woody taking a little bit of damage on the front line. Benji flashing gold card into the queue. Leakai, they find it. Wako opens up on the kill, gets excited, goes around the side, but Deep Cross are still finding an exit route right now. This is so long, so much time. Leakai gets nailed by a big combo. Hook shot into Nesty, and he's going to go golden, but should fall sooner or later. Can he take anyone down with them? The answer is no. Deep Cross, though they may be losing members, they still have minions streaming into the base. Hana and Leaky, it's the slowest wipe I think I've ever seen in a game of League of Legends. Leaky's going to walk away from it, but Beyond Gaming do get some critical kills and some critical gold.
That was the plan all along. Beyond Gaming, they lull DCG into a false sense of security. They think they're walking into a 5v4, and that's when the TP comes in. Beyond Gaming were down 8,000 gold, and they just won a 5v5.
You can never count this team out. You can never count this team out. Let's see this again. The teleport comes oh so late. They lose inhibitor, but then the turn.
It was a bait. It was a bait all along. This is what they wanted out of DCG. DCG completely fumble the earlier engage. They leave their 80 carry open, and they don't even trade for it on the first salvo. So Beyond Gaming actually get to come back and clean up the remaining members. This is something that Beyond Gaming does better than anyone else. They kind of feel like cockroaches, where they just like hang around, they don't die, they never go extinct, and then they find their opening to just crawl back onto the scene and get those kills. That's this is so five-head. I honestly, this is the only way that Beyond Gaming could have come back into this game, is to basically have like an open their doors, open their gates, and welcome DCG to walk in to close the trap.
Yeah. Oh boy. That is massive right now. The question is, can they continue to turn this? Because meanwhile, in the live, Leakai gets blown up by Criscata, and Clement, is it even gonna matter?
I think that's a very good question. Like, they have expended most of their summoners to chase down in the previous fight. So this time around, you look at the sums on DCG, they have the flashes on Criscata, on Nesty as well. They're perfectly happy to just set up this siege here. And there's a long death timer on Leakai. We should be seeing DCG going for the Drake next. I still think that Beyond Gaming need another miraculous team fight to come back. That one was very good, but unfortunately they were so far behind that they need two of them.
One is better than none, for sure, but at this point, let's see if Lightning can strike twice. Criscata, Woody, Leaky holding the line here. Leakai is back up. They do find Nesty, but he is over on the side. Ooh, the intercept on the Rocket. Hana tanking that up means Nesty is healthy enough to continue this push. Now they have some cooldowns to work with. Nesty goes over the wall, doesn't find the charm of the orb. Wako on the front line. It's desperation here, but Beyond are chasing them out. Leakai tags back up to try and keep the waves cleared. They're holding for now, but oh, it's a tense moment. Beyond Gaming, their hopes and dreams here in the upper bracket are hanging by a thread.
Absolutely, and Wako has done very well so far, but the Gravitum is coming down.
That's the barrel. It's going to be Leaky on the explosive cast, just gets the knock away. Wako going to have to walk back. Meanwhile, that is going to be enough for the tower. Here comes Minji on the side. They do take down Hana. Is it going to be enough? As the burst damage is quite huge. The charm lands onto Leakai. Follow through. Not nearly enough as Husha comes back down off stasis. It's a 4v5, but Deep Cross still making moves. The flash, the charm into Husha. He's able to safeguard back, but is it going to be enough? No! Criscata getting the final hit with a setup from Nesty that will open inhibitors, and it looks like this is going to be the game call. One inhibitor tower, one Nexus tower falling, looking for the second. It's focus fire here. Minji with the gold card around the side. Woody going to get stopped, but there's no follow through. It might get turned here, but they have everything going for them as the inhibitor goes down. Maybe now. Here's going to be a big rocket. The ult comes through. Nesty goes into stasis once again. Leakai leads the charge. Do they have another miracle in them, Clement? Is it going to be enough? Down goes Criscata, but Leaky just too big. Woody flashing away the cleanups here, but look at the base. They don't have a whole lot of time.
And Leaky's still going on this 1v2. He's not going down anytime soon. He's out.
He's trying. He's quite big. They can't take him down. At the end, they're going to have to settle for the fact that they've managed to stop. An inhibitor does come back up. Usha manages to spawn in time, but man, this is an absolute heart attack of a game. 12-12 in kills here.
Yeah, I think once again, DCG push a little bit too far, and they do get punished. Now
They're
Usha,
still pushing.
they are going to... It's kind of crazy, but Beyond Gaming actually have a chance to get the Dragon Soul here. They should be able to secure this one unless Hana can steal.
Well, Hana's had some solid smites today.
Trying.
He will heap the wall and not going to be able to get it. Flag drags away, and Usha this time secures it. That was a dangerous and a risky move, but you know, Beyond Gaming are nothing if not risk takers.
Yeah, honestly, that whole chain of events was basically Wako dancing away. He did have the rewind coming in from Kino, so he does have extra movement speed, is able to dodge out a lot of skill shots, and he just kept himself alive after so many attempts from DCG, slowly whittling them down, going back to base, coming back up again. And I'm honestly just so impressed that Beyond Gaming are able to keep alive in a game like this. They are still massively behind, especially with the Baron and 2 open inhibitors right now. Honestly, DCG, this should be the finishing touches. There's no more TP shenanigans that can be played here by... Oh, there still is a Destiny Gate. But if DCG just stick together and make sure this is a one-round affair, they should be able to take this one down. But here comes Beyond Gaming.
That's the Destiny Gate popped right now. Go big or go home for Beyond. They want to make their stand right in front of the base, and not going to take the option here. Nesty going forward, looking for it. Husha sniffing, doesn't find anything. However, he goes in the back to safeguard, gets denied. Kriskata staying alive, and they ping Husha right into the rest of the team now.
Nesty.
That is going to be a pickup onto Nesty. That's massive, but will it be enough? Here comes Hana, looking for Wako, deletes him off the map. Kriskata's still here. This is a huge one, but Hana left out to dry by the rest of the team. Gonna get taken down. Finally, it's still a 3v3, but the AD carry on the deep cross side still up here. Linkai, Kino, Minji gonna try to hold on. Inhibitor is gonna go down. Clement, it's just too close to call, but I think Beyond might have run out of steam. Will they be able to hold this one against Woody, Kriskata, and Leaky? Minions streaming into the base. They need a hero right now. Leakai going and adaptive defenses are not enough. Kriskata, he finds it. He's got a bailout. They're going to take him down until the Minji left standing, and that is the ace. That's going to be the game. Deep Cross will be moving on in the playoffs.
A beautiful game from Deep Cross Gaming. I feel like this was